Now we're good. Chills, first up versus Light, the Paladin versus Death Knight, the fated matchup that's gonna go. Dropping a Death and Decay? Is he for a slow potentially? What's the Death and Decay for? I'm kind of surprised. Wall out of turbos into a bubble immediately as Shield Pill's backing up out of there. Wraith walking really quickly, just trying to create some space. Just needs to wait out until the immunity is gone. And Turbo's trying to see if he can back up out of there, but he's gonna yoink him back in. Does not want to give him any survivability behind the pillar whatsoever. Man's got himself a Shield of Vengeance just to top himself up here really quickly. The Paladin self-healing though is a lot worse than where it used to be, man. I feel like every single patch it gets worse because they just don't really don't they also let Assassination gonna have to correct me on this one, but I'm pretty sure the healing does not scale off of versatility, right? Or like some portion of it doesn't scale off of versatility. Something about it, he said. Basically, the more health you get, the more armor you have and the more gear you get. Your heals actually just don't are not as effective as time goes on. Big immunity out of Cerberus. Chilpils does have a bit of physical damage. He's got magic immunity, complete magical damage reduction, but the physical damage with a couple of blitz that don't become a crit obliterate still will go through it. They do decent damage even if they don't get a crit. Not nearly as good as a big old crit obliterate. Trying to see if he can get himself a big setup. Cerberus, I think, is just over. One chopper into a silence, taking him out. Just, oh my god, you gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. This is gonna be what is this Death and Decays? I love the Death and Decay setup, but does it do anything for you? I can't even tell. When Hammond Remix with level 20 started this, dude, that's what I've been doing too. Seawork, that's what I've been doing too. Apparently it's really good if you're just trying to spam out heroic dungeons over and over and over. But yeah, if you're just trying to level, level 20, start a character plus your main or whatever, you can really crank out some levels. It is wild, man. Shaq trying to see if he can get himself out of that position. He's going to drop it down a freezing trap behind. He needs to get Chilpils to back up into it. He's trying to avoid it. He took a note of where the trap would be. Death Chakra spinning all around him. Pets are attacking him from every direction. Chad Hunt beefing up everything down, and it's going to be Wraithwalk. Chills just trying to see if he can stay on top of Shad Hunt as much as humanly possible. If he can do that, he could at least maybe get some kind of damage going in. No more tricking for the Hunter, so as long as he can get yourself on top of the guy, full Mortis Winter, everything available. Blind, trying to see if he can lock him down into a full stun. Death and Decay down, trying to see if he can get himself a full go, but a Turtle Shell right before he gets encased in ice in that Remorseless Winter. That's all he could really do. This is actually no health whatsoever. I don't even know what happened to your health. It looked like it had a little bit of health. Were you cleaving off of the pet into the turtle shell? Is that what happened? I'm not even sure. Cinderella gets hit with the silence immediately. He's got him some movement, got himself a bit of that renewal blaze, so whatever damage Chilpils does, it is going to let him recuperate. We are only so into this duel. Only 3 minutes in. Only now is dampening. Gonna start slowly ramping up. Chills needs to end these duels super quick if he wants to have any kind of healing, because Frost Death Knight's self-healing is not great, and with dampening it gets only worse the longer the time goes on. But it's already not great from the get-go. It's gonna back away, cannot stop Cinderella right now. He got movement, he's got the wall, cannot get interrupted. The only thing he can get is CC it, unless Chilpil's got cooldowns available. He can't stun him, he can't silence him. It's a little bit of a weird spot. Blind is available off of this one, trying to catch up a little bit of healing. Got himself the Ghoul available too, so you could sacrifice it if you ever needs to. Yet another wall for Cinderella. Time to make some damage happen. You can get kicked, but he's actually taking huge hits back from his Chilpil's grip right after. He's got the Disintegrate, massive blue damage, absolutely melting the guy. AMS last second, got himself another renewal blaze as well as movement while casting. But a silence last second, I think it might be over. Trying to see if he can go for a knock. Disintegrate, can he maybe get some damage in? Trying to see if he can get a go, but a stun in case and ice with a Remorseless Winter. Not much you can really do in that kind of a situation. That is just so much damage. You just gotta put up forward as best as possible, man. I gotta go to party GG's. All right, Chicago, thanks for popping in, fam. Appreciate ya. Appreciate you. Remorseless Winter hit through a shell or something. I'm gonna take a look at a Nomadic. Either he had a Battle Master Trinket that fell off, or he was cleaving off with the pet, and then maybe that cleave hit into the turtle shell. I know that rogues were doing this for a little bit, right? If you're Outlaw and you had Blade Flurry, and an enemy was in a turtle shell, you would just hit the pet, and that cleave could hit the hunter through the shell. So maybe there's something weird happening there. Stun onto Marwesa, and we'll probably have to use some kind of defense here. Stun right after this big obliterates out flying right through, chopping through that hell bar. Death Chakram is available, so Marwesa got quite a bit of damage scatter, but oh my god, every single one of it's a blitz. is doing a number of manic bandages, but the Death and Decay does prevent any kind of healing. Marisa finally catching up on a little bit of self-survivability right now, equalizing the health to that of a Chill Pills, and potentially could have himself a properly big go here. Got himself full coordinated assault. It is going to be Remorseless Winter, dropping down a dome as well, backing up out of there, but the stun still hits through. He just needed that little grip there. Sounds of the Chill Pills for a second. Turtle Shell is out. If you could just keep the Hunter, I don't know, taking magic damage? Death and Decay does prevent the manic bandages by the looks of it. I was about to say, like, I wonder if that would do it. It does do it. It's an AoE, I guess. Right? I assume. I'm assuming. I'm just going to say I'm assuming here. Marisa, not a lot of health was available. Chilpa just cleaving death strikes after death strikes off the Rapture whenever he can. Big explosive with a death shock. I'm not going to feel great. AMS is going to help cover some of the magic explosive damage out of the Hunter. Stun, second stun is ready and available. Got himself 2-0 blitz and he is out. Gripping Moderate immediately just for a quick death strike. That is a Destro Warlock with an Infernal dropping him right behind you. With also a Dark Glare, quite a bit of portion of DK damage. Technically counts as spells. So if you're casting abilities, that Dark Glare is actually getting full value out of you. Unless Chill's got a defensive right now, he's getting shrunk, soul ripped out of his body, sucker BCC last second, and a soul fire taking him out. The man went out in a blaze of absolute glory as Madara was able to eventually whittle down a Death Knight who was just left with basically nothing, absolutely drained of every single offensive and defensive cooldown by the end of it, man. That is so rough. Female Tauren suckers. Is it actually? You know, I actually really liked Female Tauren WoW. But they used to have a cool Eviscerate animation before they changed up all the animations, I think, back in Legion. They had a really cool, unique Eviscerate animation. Like whenever you use the coin of many faces and you got a Tauren model as a rogue back in like MoP. It was actually the best part. I always enjoyed it. Madara getting absolutely hammered by the Eagles from a distance. That is also going to be a... What is it? Why am I drawing blank on this one? Chimeric Shot? I think it was Chimeric Shot. DJ does end up taking a pretty big meteor to the face though with a Soulfire. Stunning to Madara. Man's got nothing left. Oh, and the grenade at the end does end up taking him. That was a lot of damage out of the Frosty DK though. Just chopping right through. 11 million healing, 12 million damage. Absolute fighting for his life, dude. Until dampening eventually creeps up on you. That was so winnable for me. I don't know. I feel like the CC, unless you had a way to break out of the crowd control, maybe you should play like the very, very defensive chill. But I feel like that was a tough spot to be in to begin with. Not gonna lie, it was just a tough situation all in all. Let's get us another one going, boys. Yeah. Oh no mas, no mas. Gotta go do some dailies, move trash, catch some MoP remix.